In 1911, an American explorer stumbled upon something that defied explanation. Hidden 8,000 feet above sea level, shrouded in perpetual mist, lay a city that time forgot. A city so perfectly preserved, so impossibly engineered, that it would challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. But here's what they don't tell you in the history books. Machu Picchu was never truly lost. The locals knew it was there all along. So why did they keep it secret for over 400 years? And what dark truths are still buried beneath those ancient stones? Stay with me, because today we're going to uncover secrets that have been hidden in the clouds for centuries. Secrets that might change how you see the ancient world forever. Before we dive into this mystery, if you're fascinated by the dark secrets of history like I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of truth seekers here, and I don't want you to miss any of our deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to question everything you thought you knew about Machu Picchu. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. Now, let's begin our journey to the lost city in the clouds. July 24, 1911. Hiram Bingham III, a Yale University lecturer, was trudging through the dense Peruvian jungle when he encountered something that would make him famous worldwide. But here's the first secret they don't want you to know. Bingham didn't discover Machu Picchu. He was led there by local indigenous people who had been living there for generations. Anacleto Alvarez, a resident of the area, actually lived on the terraces with his family and had been quietly farming there for years. But why did the locals finally reveal their secret? What changed in 1911 that made them break centuries of silence? The answer lies in something darker than most historians want to admit. The indigenous people weren't protecting just a city. They were protecting themselves from the same fate that befell their ancestors when the Spanish conquistadors arrived centuries earlier. Think about it. When the Spanish came looking for gold in the 16th century, they systematically destroyed almost every Inca site they could find. They melted down priceless artifacts, tore down temples, and built Catholic churches on top of sacred sites. But Machu Picchu survived, untouched, unlooted. Why? Because someone made a conscious decision to let the jungle reclaim it, to hide it, to keep it safe from the destruction that was consuming their civilization. And here's where it gets even more mysterious. Spanish records from the conquest period never mention Machu Picchu. Not once. In an empire obsessed with cataloging every source of gold and silver, how does an entire royal city simply vanish from the records? Let's talk about where Machu Picchu was built, because this is where the mystery deepens. Picture this: you're an ancient architect and you need to build a city. Where do you put it? Somewhere accessible, right? Near water sources, trade routes, fertile land? The Incas said, let's build it on a razor-thin ridge between two towering peaks, accessible only by a death-defying climb through cloud forest, where one wrong step means plummeting thousands of feet to your death. This wasn't just impractical, it was nearly impossible. The site sits at 7,972 feet above sea level, perched between Huayna Picchu and Machu Picchu peaks. To get there, you have to navigate treacherous mountain paths where the weather can change from sunshine to deadly storms in minutes. But here's what's truly mind-bending. They didn't just build a simple settlement up there. They carved an entire mountainside into perfectly level terraces, constructed over 200 structures with walls so precisely fitted that you can't slide a knife blade between the stones, and they did it all without wheels, iron tools, or draft animals. And then there's the astronomical precision. The Intihuatana stone, the hitching post of the sun, is positioned so exactly that during the winter solstice, the sun sits directly above it without casting any shadow. How did they achieve this level of precision in such a remote, hostile environment? Some researchers believe the location itself holds the key to understanding Machu Picchu's true purpose. It's positioned at the intersection of powerful magnetic fields and sits directly above significant geological fault lines. Could the Incas have chosen this location for reasons we still don't understand? Now let's talk about something that will blow your mind. The engineering of Machu Picchu is so advanced that modern architects still struggle to understand how it was accomplished. Here's a fact that will make you question everything. Some of the stones at Machu Picchu weigh over 50 tons. That's heavier than most modern trucks. Now imagine moving those stones up nearly 8,000 feet of treacherous mountain terrain, then fitting them together so perfectly that they've survived over 500 years of earthquakes without a single structure collapsing. How is that possible? The Incas used a technique called ashlar masonry, cutting stones so precisely that they lock together like a three-dimensional puzzle. No mortar needed. But here's the dark secret. We have no idea how they cut these stones with such precision. The tools we found at Inca sites, bronze chisels and stone hammers, shouldn't have been capable of achieving this level of accuracy. Some of the stones have cuts so clean and angles so perfect that they look like they were shaped by modern machinery. And then there are the polygonal blocks. These aren't your typical rectangular stones. We're talking about blocks with 12, 15, even 20 sides that somehow fit together perfectly with their neighbors. The mathematical complexity required to plan and execute this type of construction is staggering. But wait, it gets stranger. Recent ground-penetrating radar has revealed that the foundations of Machu Picchu go much deeper than we originally thought. Some estimates suggest the visible structures sit on top of foundations that extend 30 to 40 feet underground. What's down there? And why was it necessary to build foundations so deep in such an inaccessible location? The water management system is equally mysterious. The Incas engineered a complex network of fountains, drains, and channels that still function perfectly today. Water flows through the city in a carefully orchestrated sequence, visiting each fountain in a specific order. But here's the puzzle. The main water source is a spring located higher up the mountain that produces exactly the right amount of water to supply the entire city. How did they know this spring would provide consistent water flow for centuries? Before we continue diving deeper into this mystery, I want to hear from you in the comments below. What do you think is the most mysterious aspect of Machu Picchu we've covered so far? Is it the impossible location, the precision engineering, or something else entirely? And here's a question that might keep you up at night. If the Incas had the technology to build something this advanced, what else were they capable of that we haven't discovered yet? Drop your theories in the comments. I read every single one, and some of your insights have actually inspired future videos. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're just getting to the really dark stuff. Now we get to the heart of the mystery. What was Machu Picchu actually for? The official story is that it was a royal estate for Inca Pachacuti, a mountain retreat for the elite. But this explanation falls apart when you look at the evidence. First, let's talk about the population. Archaeological evidence suggests that Machu Picchu housed around 1,000 people at its peak. But here's the strange part. The demographics don't match a typical Inca settlement. Studies of the skeletal remains found at the site reveal something shocking. Nearly 75% of the bodies found were women. This isn't normal for any ancient civilization. Where were all the men? And why were so many of these women showing signs of having performed hard physical labor, the kind typically associated with construction and agriculture? Some researchers believe Machu Picchu was home to the Virgins of the Sun, the Aclaconas, women selected for their beauty and purity to serve in religious ceremonies. But if that's true, it paints a much darker picture of what actually happened there. The Spanish chroniclers wrote about these women, describing them as being sacrificed during important ceremonies. Archaeological evidence from other Inca sites has confirmed that human sacrifice was indeed practiced. Could Machu Picchu have been a center for these dark rituals? Then there's the Temple of the Sun, a structure so astronomically precise that it could predict eclipses and other celestial events with perfect accuracy. The windows align with specific constellations, and during the winter solstice, sunlight streams through these windows to illuminate specific spots on the temple walls. But here's what's truly disturbing. Some of these illuminated spots show evidence of burn marks. What were they burning during these ceremonies? And more importantly, what or who were they offering to their gods? The Room of the Three Windows holds another secret. Each window frames a different mountain peak, and ancient Inca beliefs held that mountains were the dwelling places of powerful spirits called apis. Were these windows portals for communicating with these entities? And what did the Incas believe they were receiving in return for their offerings? Here's perhaps the greatest mystery of all. Why was Machu Picchu abandoned? The timeline is crucial here. Spanish conquistadors arrived in Peru in 1532. By all accounts, Machu Picchu was abandoned sometime between 1530 and 1540. This means the city was deserted just as the Spanish were beginning their conquest. Coincidence? I don't think so. That here's a theory that most historians won't discuss. What if Machu Picchu wasn't abandoned by choice? What if something happened there that forced the inhabitants to flee? Recent archaeological excavations have uncovered evidence of rapid abandonment. Personal belongings left behind, food storage areas still full, construction projects left half-finished. This doesn't suggest a planned evacuation. It suggests people left in a hurry. But fled from what? Some researchers point to disease. The Spanish brought smallpox and other European diseases that devastated indigenous populations. Could an outbreak have reached even this remote location? Others suggest warfare. Perhaps Spanish forces or their indigenous allies discovered the location and threatened the city. But there's a third, more disturbing possibility that few dare to consider. What if the inhabitants of Machu Picchu received a prophecy or vision that warned them of coming destruction? Inca priests were known for their ability to interpret omens and celestial signs. Did they see something in the stars that told them it was time to disappear? And here's the most chilling part. When the Spanish finally conquered the Inca Empire, they tortured numerous prisoners to reveal the locations of hidden cities and treasure hoards. Yet somehow, none of these tortured souls ever revealed Machu Picchu's location. How do you keep a secret under torture? Unless revealing it meant something worse than death. The Incas had a concept called Ani, cosmic reciprocity. They believed that everything in the universe was connected, and that actions in one realm affected all others. Could the abandonment of Machu Picchu have been part of some larger cosmic bargain? A sacrifice of their most sacred city to protect something even more precious? But the story doesn't end with abandonment. Modern technology is revealing that Machu Picchu still holds secrets we're only beginning to discover. In 2010, ground-penetrating radar surveys revealed the existence of several sealed chambers beneath the main structures. These chambers appear to be intentionally hidden and remain unopened to this day. What's in there? And more importantly, why was it sealed away? Some researchers believe these chambers contain the mummies of Inca rulers, preserved bodies that were considered so sacred they could never be disturbed. Others think they might hold gold and precious artifacts that were hidden before the Spanish arrived. But there's a darker possibility. What if these chambers contain evidence of practices so secret, so forbidden, that they had to be sealed away forever? Recent thermal imaging has also revealed what appears to be a complex network of tunnels running beneath the entire site. Some of these tunnels seem to connect to natural caves in the mountain, while others appear to be entirely man-made. Where do these tunnels lead? And why would the Incas need a secret underground network in a city that was already hidden from the world? There's also the mystery of the missing stones. Detailed analysis of the construction shows that several key structures appear to have had stones deliberately removed. Not by looters, the removal was too precise, too careful. Someone took specific stones for a specific purpose. Could these stones have been removed to seal entrances to the hidden chambers? Or were they taken to another location to build something else, something we haven't found yet? And then there are the reports from local guides, stories they usually don't tell tourists. Strange sounds coming from beneath the ground during certain times of the year. Unexplained electromagnetic readings that spike during astronomical events. Equipment malfunctions that happen consistently in certain areas of the site. The Peruvian government restricts access to many parts of Machu Picchu, officially for preservation purposes. But some researchers believe there's another reason. What if they're protecting secrets that are too dangerous or too sacred to reveal? As we near the end of our journey through the secrets of Machu Picchu, one thing becomes clear. We've only scratched the surface of this mystery. Today, Machu Picchu receives over 1 million visitors per year. It's been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is considered one of the new 7 wonders of the world. But all of this attention might be missing the point. What if Machu Picchu was never meant to be found? What if its very discovery has disrupted something that was supposed to remain hidden forever? The indigenous peoples of Peru still consider Machu Picchu to be sacred. Many believe that the mountain itself is a living entity, a waka or holy being. They perform ceremonies there, make offerings to the mountain spirits, and maintain traditions that stretch back centuries. These people, the descendants of those who built Machu Picchu, they know things that aren't written in any history book. Stories passed down through generations. Secrets that were never meant for outside ears. And maybe that's as it should be. Maybe some mysteries are meant to remain mysterious. But here's what we do know. Machu Picchu represents something extraordinary in human history. It's proof that our ancestors were capable of achievements that challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations. It shows us that there are still secrets in this world waiting to be uncovered. The precision of its construction, the impossibility of its location, the mystery of its purpose, the enigma of its abandonment. All of these point to a truth that's both humbling and exciting. We don't know everything about our past. As we conclude our exploration of Machu Picchu's secrets, I want you to think about this. In our modern world, with all our technology and knowledge, we still can't fully explain how this ancient city was built or why it was abandoned. What does that tell us about the people who came before us? What other secrets are hidden in the mountains, the jungles, the deserts of our world? If this video has opened your eyes to the mysteries that surround us, I need you to do 3 things right now. First, smash that like button if you want to see more deep dives into history's darkest secrets. Your likes tell me you want more content like this. Second, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our investigations into the unexplained. We're building a community of people who aren't satisfied with surface-level explanations, and I want you to be part of it. Third, and this is important, I want to hear your theories in the comments below. What do you think is the biggest unsolved mystery about Machu Picchu? Do you believe there are still secrets hidden in those sealed chambers? Or do you think we've uncovered the truth? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to respond to other comments too. Some of the best discussions happen when our community members share their insights with each other. And here's a question to leave you with. If you could ask the builders of Machu Picchu one question, knowing you'd get an honest answer, what would it be? Think about that and let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember the greatest mysteries are still waiting to be solved.